How do, and welcome back to another one with me, Wayne, Barry, Yorkie. Call me whatever you want. I've been off for a week. I've been enjoying the sun, getting some bits together to try and get some vouchers. I'll be honest, I don't know if it's the time of the year or maybe other people in my area have caught on to what gets the vouchers up, but there's just been no DVD box sets or games even, really. Well, apart from the odd few in the charity shops recently. It's been pretty bare, but this week onwards is meant to be awful weather, so I guess people might start clearing their houses out, spring cleaning and all that, gets them vouchers in, I guess. So anyway, I'll just go through what I've got. In this one, I've got a micmacs of all... Micmacs, what am I on about? Mismatch of all sorts of goodies here. 3 from the place we don't name. 1 is a Twisted Metal replacement. And while I'm on the subject about the place we don't name, I want to apologise to the people and staff of that said shop. My last video, I was a little bit, let's just say I let the emotions of the moment get the better of me, and I said words that I regret. Of course I do. I look back on it now, and I didn't want to delete the video because I don't want to hide anything. But the staff at my 2 local CEXs, Truro and Penzance, they're amazing. They're very accommodating. And I know there's a fella called Ash at the Truro branch, and if you're watching this, mate, and you saw my last video, I'm sorry. I just let the emotions of the moment of being annoyed get to me, I guess. But look, I'm owning up to my mistakes. I'm not going to hide it or deny it. It happens. And I don't hate CEX. I really don't. If anything, I used to, just purely because they're kind of responsible for destroying the independent market. But over the years, I've come to appreciate them now, especially finding this stuff. It ain't easy anywhere else, and CEX is a godsend with the voucher system and such. So yeah, anyway, I am sorry for the comments I made on the last one. CEX staff are not bad people. I just think the company has issues. But that's a story for another time. Anyway, we'll get on with what I've got this week. I got yesterday, it's Thursday today as of recording this, so Wednesday. I met a gentleman. He was trying to sell a bunch of gaming related stuff to a game shop in my area. They were a bit dubious about taking it off of him, and let's just say the guy needed money for something, right? But I'm not going to get into that because I don't think it's really YouTube friendly. But he was selling stuff because he wanted his money for other things. The game shop wasn't keen, so I took a punt and I paid £30 for 3 boxes were full of different gubbins. There was a boxed 250 gig slim PS3, works perfectly, no issues. All the inserts and the paperwork's in there, so that I've now got a boxed PS3. There was a slim fat PS2 that you might just be able to make out there. That was in with all this lot. And I bought it all for, like I say, for £30. I took some stuff into CEX to get a few games. So there's a sizable receipt there. Some stuff like GameCube controllers and a Wii controller. But to get my money back for the money I paid... Sorry, I just closed that case. In the bag, there was a few different bits. There was a couple of DS games. Curious Village was probably just been that. But there was, I don't know if I'll be able to get that on camera, Resident Evil Deadly Silence for the DS. I've since sold that on Vinted for £25 just for the cart. So that'll be making its way to the buyer tomorrow. And strangely, an American import of Tales of the Abyss. I have no idea what this game is. I don't even think it came out over here. Or if it did it on a different system. But it's not really my art style, as you can see there. But it looks like an RPG from what I can kind of gather. It might be a good game, but I don't have a chipped PS2 to play it. But it's all there, complete. The disc is almost immaculate. Now, like I say, No idea what to do with that. I've listed it on my Vinted. I might sell it on there if it sells. If it doesn't, I might just keep it for the sake of it. But yeah, in that batch there was a PC game, Alien vs Predator 2. I'll keep that because I've got all like some Alien stuff there, and I've got all the games upstairs. Nothing major, but James Bond on the PS2. I'll keep that for my collection. Final Fantasy 12 for the PS2. I've got the Zodiac Age on the PS4, so I don't really need it, but I'll keep it. And then some empty cases. What else did I get off this kid? Oh yeah, a Prinny Can I Really Be the Hero American copy special edition. It comes with the soundtrack and some other bits in there. I don't own a PSP and it's not really my thing, so I'm not sure what to do with that yet. And before we get into the games, there was 2 books in this batch that I bought off this guy. 2 Zelda. Like, I think they're more like comics and they read backwards. Yeah, so they're more like, I say comics, what do they call them? Graphic novels. But yeah, it's some Zelda ones. They're listed on my Vinted currently, so if you want them, buy them. Goes to my gaming fund, I guess. But yeah, there was a bunch, you know, all these things. I mean, I've made my money back what it cost me. I've kept a PS3 and a few other bits and a PS2. So I'm not complaining. I've got a bit of a win. So I'll go into, before we get to the CEX stuff, some charity shop finds from the other day. Some PS3 and PS4 stuff. So I've got Brink, PS3. I didn't own that, and so I thought I'd pick it up. Skyrim, the Legendary Edition on the Essentials label. I don't know if this is worth a great deal, but I've not got the Legendary version, so I'll most likely keep that. Shaun White Snowboarding. I don't know. I'm not really into those sort of extreme sports. Avatar. These games I'm doing here, by the way, were 50p each, so I think I've hit a good one there. These 2 are the better ones for 50p each. One was Wipeout the Amiga Collection. I've got that digitally, but yeah, physical always wins. And the best find for 50p is that Bloodborne Game of the Year Edition. I've never played Bloodborne. I'm not very good at the Souls games, but this one apparently has got a lot of people have got a lot of love for this. Is it good? Should I play it? Will I suck at it? Because I suck at Dark Souls. But I thought might as well get it for getting its sake, right? I found a new independent shop local to my area. Well, it's not new. He's been there for 30 plus years, but he's hidden away inside another building, so I'd never have known he were there. But these were literally, I think I paid a grand total of £10 for this lot. Rugby Challenge 2, a Lions edition or whatever. I'm not a rugby fan. I mean, I just picked it up because I don't have it and it was there. Dirt Showdown, because I'm loving the racing games. I'm told this one's a bit sucky, so I'll play it at some point. Turok, a game that's been missing out of my PS3 games. Got no idea why. It was a launch game, right? It's a little worse for wear, but it's the Devil May Cry 4 Steelbook. As you can see, it's a little bit patinaed at the top there. But like I say, all this was a tenner. And the last 2 games are the GTA Liberty City episodes, and it's all there with the map and everything in there. And Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition. Now, I've played and platinum trophied this game before, but I read somewhere that the Game of the Year Edition, you can platinum it again, so you can get 2 platinums from the same game. I'm not bothered for trophies anymore. I stopped bothering for trophies in games a long time ago. But I'll probably platinum that again, because I've really enjoyed this and the War game. So I'll play that. And then some pickups that I found for quite cheap today. Oh no, these other 2, sorry, were from yesterday, and these were 2 for £5. Superbike 2000, yes, it's the classics version, I don't care, I'll upgrade it down the line. And Space Invaders.